Last week, I was talking about what is twin flame journey, and I also said that my next video is going to be about three pillars of twin flame journey. And I had asked this question, what are the three pillars of twin flame journey? And there are many of you who commented. I received a lot of answers. So I want to read out some of them, if not all. Surrender, detachment, and inner work. Self love, surrender, and purging of ego. Self awareness, self love, and acceptance. Trust, faith, and unconditional love. Ascension, Kundalini, and third energy. Faith, joy, and gratitude. Faith, love, and hope. Open mind, open heart, and open gut. Faith, unconditional love, and acceptance. Self compassion, discernment, and feeling. Self love, forgiveness, and self discernment. Love, intuition, and patience. I thank all of you who have really made that effort to introspect in the first place and then answer the question that what are the three pillars of twin flame journey. When I was reading these answers, I was having this smile on my face because yes, every one of you made this genuine effort to give the correct answer. But to my understanding, there are only two people who gave me a correct answer. First is Padmaja and second is Keith. So I send you a lot of love and a lot of encouragement in your ability to remember things and apply those things. I hope that you're applying whatever you have understood in your journey. So I'm very happy that these two ladies gave me the correct answer. So all the other answers, I'm not saying that they are wrong. Obviously, whatever everybody had said is absolutely okay. So many people talked about love. Okay. So yes, love is one of the pillars from the three pillars of twin flame journey. The second pillar also many people have mentioned in their answers, and that is faith. But the last pillar, hardly anybody talked about. Most of the people have been missing that third link when it comes to understanding what are the three pillars of twin flame journey. Watch this patiently because at the end of this video, you will know that yes, this is what makes the picture complete, and the third pillar makes absolute sense. So welcome back to my channel Awaken with Pradnya, and let's talk today about the three pillars of the twin flame journey. All those who have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel, click on the notification icon. Anybody who wants to do one-to-one sessions with me, I have given all the related links under this video. Anybody who wants to do group sessions with me, there is an amazing group that we have called Secret Circles. You can be a part of the group sessions. And you can get in touch with me anytime by either sending me a mail or commenting under any of my videos, and I will get back to you. So, coming to the first pillar of the twin flame journey, that is love. When I was reading all these answers from people, a lot of people are saying third energy, ascension, self love, self discernment, self awareness. Yes, all these things are definitely there. But how did we even start this journey in the first place? There was this amazing love that we felt for our twin flame, right? Love is the key to the whole journey. If you had not felt that amazing, intense, unconditional love for this person, you wouldn't be on this journey itself. So, the first and foremost pillar on which this journey is standing is the intense love that you feel for your twin flame. However, you try to negate that love, so many of us, when we get that soul shock, we are trying to run away from that connection. We are trying to deny our own feelings. We are not wanting to go there because our twin flame is also running. There is a separation. There are so many conflicts and hurdles that are put in this journey. But what is it that is actually keeping you in this journey in the first place? And that's the love, that's the heartfelt, unconditional love that you feel for your twin flame. As they say, that love can move mountains, right? In this journey, I truly realized that it is not just a saying, it is the truth, that the power of love that you have when it comes to this intensity between you and your twin flame, it has the power to move mountains or maybe something bigger than that. When you start feeling this transformation or the awakening that is happening inside you, the force that pushes you ahead in every situation with whatever intensity of pain or separation or whatever dark nights that you are processing, what is it that is holding you in some sort of a protected space or some sort of a hope, some sort of a light that is still dimly there inside your heart? What is it? And that element is love, the intense love that you feel for your twin. In my journey, I have learned so many tough and beautiful lessons all along my journey because I was so much in love with my twin flame. It showed me the beauty of the connection, how serene it was, how pure it was, how divine it was. At the same time, the same love took me to the depths of the darkest parts of me, where I understood that I am suppressing so much of pain, so much of suffering, so many wounds, so much of toxicity, so much of the dark part that is still there in me. And what was the element that actually threw light to that situation inside me was the love that I felt for my twin flame. Whatever hard blocks I was able to break inside myself, the kind of strength I could gather to break those blocks, I couldn't have gotten that strength if I was not in love with my twin flame. If I did not feel that love that I have for him, there was nothing that I could do. So, all the power, all the strength, all the insight, all the tolerance, all the ability to endure whatever is happening to you in the darkest of the dark phases in your life or in your journey, how I was able to stand by it because of the love that I felt for my twin flame. This was the love that took me out of my deepest, saddest phases. I would call those as love pockets. You know, there are some pockets in your life where you are feeling bliss, you feel uplifted, you are feeling that you are in a higher vibration, very much in that loving union with your twin flame. And you would start creating a lot of stuff, poetry, write ups, art, a lot of stuff is flowing out of your heart. And because of those pockets of love, your journey will keep going, because that is something that's like a essential vitamin that divine keeps providing you. That okay, have the sachet of love or the pocket of love, consume that and keep going. So unless and until this whole factor of feeling that intense love which you never ever felt before in your life, it is that intense, even you are wondering where this love is coming from. Unless and until you felt this love in your heart all the time, you wouldn't be on this journey. As I keep writing on Quora, there are people who are asking questions like, how do I know that this person is my twin flame? Or how do I know that just keeping up with this connection is going to be beneficial for me? How do I know that my twin flame is the right match for me? All these questions are not coming from unconditional love. If you need to ask somebody else whether this person is truly your twin flame or not, or you're still doubting that love itself, or this person is compatible with you or not, beneficial with you or not, when you are holding that intensity of love in your heart, everything else is redundant. You will not be asking all these questions. You just know in your heart that this is something, this is the energy, this is the soul that really, really goes deep inside your soul. And there is nothing else, absolutely nothing else but love. And that's it, period. There is no other question or there is no other story to be asked over there. And because you have that sort of amazing, intense love for your twin flame, it holds the capability to activate you from your heart center. And that is how your Kundalini gets awakened. It has to be that deep, it has to be that intense, it has to be that strong. We are overusing the word unconditional love or love in our daily lives, but we are not really getting into this understanding about what that force or what sort of a power or what sort of a grip that phenomena of love or that force, the universal force of love, really is capable of, or what is it actually doing to us. And it is absolutely beyond romance. The kind of love you feel for your twin flame, it definitely has an amazing type of a romance, but it is not a third dimensional, typical conventional romance. It is way much more than that. So I hope we all are very clear about what is the first pillar of twin flame journey. If this aspect of love was not present, you wouldn't be on this journey. So it is without a doubt that the first pillar of twin flame journey is love, unconditional love for your twin flame. So your love for your twin flame starts your journey, and your faith provides you the strength to keep going, right? So the second pillar of this journey is faith. Faith in what? You need to have faith in three things: faith in your love for your twin flame, faith in yourself and what you feel in your heart, and faith in the divine. I believe that faith is one of the greatest virtues of the soul. So, any soul that is evolving on the higher realms with a very tough type of lessons chosen, any soul who has been on a journey of spiritual evolution, for any soul, learning about faith is the toughest part of spiritual journey, because it is one of the greatest virtues of the soul. You can't see anything that proves what you feel, and even then it exists. Faith is something that is non-physical in nature, right? It pushes you to your extreme to practice your faith or your belief even when you're not seeing any sort of evidence outside. There is absolutely nothing outside that gives you any sort of a sign. So many people keep asking this question again and again on different YouTube channels or Quora. What is the sign to know this? What is the sign to know that? What is the sign that my twin flame is going to come back? What is the sign that I'm going to meet him? People are looking for different types of signs and they are just stuck there because so many days or so many years they are stuck in that same loop of external validation. They want somebody else to validate what they are feeling, and they are not able to learn the greatest virtue of the soul on this journey, that is faith. Faith is blind. You don't have any sort of a evidence or any sort of a sign to trust it. You are blindly choosing to trust the divine process. You are blindly choosing to trust your own feeling. You are blindly choosing to trust your own heart. You're blindly choosing to trust your twin flame. And if you're not able to do that, and if you're just fluctuating back and forth, asking for third party validations, you are not learning about what faith is. So, in this journey, the divine is pushing every one of us to extreme corner where you don't have any choice but to have faith, because you would do everything, nothing will work, nothing will show you any path further unless you take that leap and switch yourself into the state of having full faith or full trust in the divine. And that also somewhere overlaps with this whole process of surrender, because you cannot surrender if you are not practicing faith. So the culprits in this whole situation is doubt and logic. These are the two culprits on your twin flame journey who keep bothering you. And there is only one weapon that can kill these culprits, and that is surrender. So unless you surrender, you cannot drive away these culprits called logic and doubt. And unless you drive them away, you cannot be in the state of surrender. It comes under this greatest virtue of the soul that is called faith, which is non-physical in nature and it is blind. You will not have anything to bank upon, but you will still have to surrender and have that faith into the divine. And I think that is how you would start developing your intuition as well. So the state of surrender, ability to have faith, and ability to develop your intuition all goes hand in hand. The way I talked about the love pockets when it comes to love, I want to talk about the breadcrumbs in your journey when there is nothing to bank upon and you don't know, because you don't understand, nothing is unfolding, you are completely feeling blinded, stuck somewhere. Divine will keep providing you some sort of breadcrumbs. Why I'm calling it breadcrumbs? Because the divine is not going to give you a full platter filled with a main course meal. You will have breadcrumbs coming your way. Only when there is some sort of an extreme scenario that you practiced your faith, everything happened, but then there has to be something that needs to be given to you. Not ready made on the platter, but there is something which I call as breadcrumbs. Like something that just is enough for you to survive so that you don't die. The catch is, are you able to recognize breadcrumbs that are coming to you? I would just give you one simple example of how these breadcrumbs come in your life. Me and my twin flame were absolutely in no contact. We both were married to different people. I had not connected to him for a long time. And I was thinking whether there is any connection that has remained between us, whether he even thinks of me or not. And within 8 to 10 days of time span, I received an email from him that he mistakenly sent me. He was sending some information to himself just to have some sort of a documentation handy in his email box. But instead of typing his email, my email got there because we both had the same initials. So he must have typed and my name came there. So instead of sending that email to himself, that email came to me. And I started wondering, like, this information is nothing to do with me. And I understood that he has mistakenly sent this email to me. And that's when I recognized that, okay, this is something that I can see it as a sign probably. Most of the time, the divine will push you to the corner, almost forcing you to believe blindly in something. So I took that as a breadcrumb that, okay, I don't need to give up. I know that there is something happening, even though I don't know what it is. So the whole journey that takes you in the learning of how you need to develop your understanding or your own ability to have faith in the divine is a beautiful journey. Even though it may be a bit painful at times, I must say that it is a beautiful journey because the way it unfolds, the different layers of the existence of the divine, and you start understanding that somebody is recognizing your effort, somebody is watching you, somebody is noticing you, they are also applauding you at times, and they are helping you whenever it is absolutely necessary. And when you start understanding that, or when you start realizing that, it is a different type of a feeling, it's a different type of a breakthrough. And suddenly you start getting aligned with the divine vibration. You start aligning with your higher self because you start believing in it, you start listening to it, and somehow that process helps you to align yourself to your intuition or to your higher self. And it is a beautiful process. And that's why the second pillar of the flame journey is, without a doubt, faith. So the love for your twin flame starts your journey, and the faith gives you the strength to go on. Now you must be wondering, okay, what is the third pillar of this journey? Because I didn't reveal it in the opening of this video, and hardly anybody mentioned about it. But the most required and important third pillar of this journey is patience. So the love starts your journey, the faith gives you the strength to go on, and your patience gives you the result. And if any of these pillars are going weak, you are going to get in pain or you are going to get stuck. When your faith goes weak, your patience gets over. So, faith and patience are absolutely intertwined with each other, they are related to each other. If your faith is going weaker, your patience is obviously going to get over. And what patience is all about? Patience is not hope. A lot of people equate hope and patience together. Patience is something where you know things already in your heart. You're not doubting it. You know that this is something that will happen, but you are allowing to unfold it in its own divine timing. The duration of your knowing and you allowing it to unfold in its own divine timing is called patience. And in this journey, you will have to inculcate this patience. I see so many people being so impatient. If their twin flame stopped talking to them, if their twin flame ghosted them, went silent on them, so much of fear and insecurity. Forget about the inner knowing or having that self integrity within yourself with that unshatterable faith. People are not interested in inculcating that ability to have faith. Immediately they start reacting and start getting fearful and insecure. Where is the patience? Anyways, these days, the whole lifestyle of human being is absolutely nobody has patience. Even if you're scrolling your YouTube or Instagram, you don't have patience to watch one single reel for 1 minute. So forget about having patience in your twin flame journey. Patience also is one of the greatest virtues of the soul because patience is something that teaches you a lot of wisdom. Because you are having a faith, you are integrated in yourself, and then you are holding on, right? You are holding on with patience. You are not giving up. You know that things will unfold and you are allowing it to happen in the divine timing. So the whole duration of that patience is an amazing window for you to enjoy your journey, enjoy, pick the wisdom, learn different lessons, integrate things into yourself. Divine is definitely testing you in some way when it comes to patience. Any spiritual journey will need patience, be it a twin flame journey or any other spiritual journey. Without patience, you cannot achieve bigger realizations. You cannot achieve union. You cannot achieve anything without patience. So, patience becomes a very important factor in your spiritual journey. And patience also gives you the opportunity to release your fear, guilt, shame, anger, jealousy, hatred, all the negative. Patience definitely has a power to release or to work on these negative emotions. If these negative emotions are there, you will never be able to be patient. So, to inculcate that patience inside you, you need to get rid of all the negative emotions. You need to get rid of fear and doubt and logic completely out of the scenario and only make faith your companion. So, who is the companion of patience? Faith is the companion of patience. So they go hand in hand. Without faith, patience can't exist. Or without patience, faith can't exist. They are like two sides of the same coin. So love, faith, and patience. These are the three pillars of the flame journey and the greatest virtues of the soul. Now, when it comes to imbibing these virtues inside you, how far you are standing in your journey. If you want to share, I would definitely want all of you to share your experiences or learnings or realizations when it comes to understanding your love, your faith, or your patience. please comment under this video and share whatever you have to share about the three pillars of twin flame journey. This is all for this video. See you in the next video. Namaste.